to realize now, after when I think it was when I was like 38 or 37, 38, when I started sort of understand what this trading world is all about, and I didn't even know what it was about, to be honest. And I remember I went to this theme park, and I saw two Asian youths there talking about Facebook and about this. I'm like, these youngsters know about buying Facebook. So I came back and I spoke to my friend, and then my friend started saying to me, look, yeah, man, we can buy Facebook, we can. I'm like, what? And I didn't have a clue. And I tried it, and I made over £14,000 in the first 2 weeks and thought this was really, really easy, and I'm gonna make lots of money. Not realizing that, it's very difficult, you know, unless you learn the skill. Because, for example, someone said I want to become an aeronautical engineer. You can't just become an aeronautical engineer without basically going and learning first. Just imagine, right? Your friend said he's a dentist, and he said, how did he become a dentist? He said, well, I look at a few YouTube videos, and I saw how to pull a teeth, and a tooth from your head, and he was like, okay, well, my tooth is aching, and would you allow that person to really use any sort of equipment on you without the qualification? And that's the thing. So you see, a lot of the times when you see they're advertising trading courses and all of that, a lot of it is rubbish. There's no get rich thing. There's nothing like that. It's all about learning a strategy. It's all about making sure that you understand what you're doing, and you can't just go and buy and do this. It's a very challenging game. So what I'm hoping to do is to teach you young people about it, so you understand about these things. I give an example, right? There's so much to learn, because I give an example. I went on this course, right, with this guy named Kevin Green, and he's a very popular guy in terms of the property market. He's got over 60 properties, so I went to one of his course, and I went to the sort of the free event to see, I went down to London to see what it was all about. And when I got there and I listened to the strategy that he was talking about, I was like, oh my God, I've been doing that strategy, because I have used a credit card to buy properties, and I get that money. I use other people's money to buy this property and buy properties overseas, and basically not recognizing that I was using strategy that I created and not even hearing of other people doing it. And the whole strategy within itself, it was really amazed. I was really amazed, to be honest, the way I did it, and the way they did it, and how similar it was, and learning that my way of doing things actually works, without knowing that I was doing a particular strategy. And you know what happens as well, looking back now, and I'm like, oh my God, all of these things I've been learning, all these things I've been trying. But one of the thing that is most important, you've got to be a risk taker. And let me tell you something, guys. I've been saving from I was in year five, from year five, in Jamaica, and I'm like, guys, let me tell you something here. And that's the reason why I say I want to mold some youngsters, their mindset. I want to create some, I would love to create some millionaires, because you guys are gonna get it from early. But let me share something with you when I was younger, right? And this was when I was in year five, and I started saving, right? And basically, I used to like take the bus. I used to when my dad gave me money to take the bus, right? I used to walk it home. I used to try and listen to what I do to because I didn't want people to know that, because they were like, you're a main, we call it skingy and all sorts in Jamaica. So what I did was I said to my friends that I was gonna race the bus. Because there's a lot of traffic stop, and there were heavy traffic on the bus, and the bus was really jam packed and very hot. So I'm like, am I going to want to do that? Or basically, I could race this bus and get home before my friends and save that bus fare and return. Every single Friday, I was able to go to the bank and with a ton load of coins from my bus fare. And I used to just save, save, save. Then, you know what I did as well? I then eventually as well, I used to, save my lunch money, right? And then put it in the bank as well. save my lunch money, and eat the free bun and milk and cherry mall. It used to kill my diary, I tell you. It used to be horrible, but I would just save it. I just wanted to save. I just wanted to save more because I know that if I had the cash, then I'll be able to do things, Because if I didn't have that money saved, then I wouldn't have been able to pay for my flight or my plane fare to Jamaica, to England. I wouldn't have been able to pay my plane fare to America and so on, you know. So and then what I did as well, I used to make equipment, like I used to make spanner, I used to make grate, I used to make all sorts. I used to go to Woolworth, buy stuff from them, and go and sell it, you know. And let me tell you something, guys. A lot of you are very, very privileged. You've got your parents who can provide you with everything. Of course, my dad would give me stuff within reason, but when my dad said to me, I remember once he said, "Mother have, father have, blessed the child that have it his own." And then your parents can have a ton load of money. If you have no sense, you'd lose all that money. And I give you an example. I remember this young man who I was teaching how to trade, right? And this is after his first lesson. I haven't seen him since. And he paid for the course, and I've been trying to get this guy to come back so I can give him back the money. What he did, his dad died and left over 250,000 pounds for him, because his dad left a life insurance. And guys, let me tell you, children inside here, tell your parents to take out a life insurance if they haven't got one. Another thing before I tell you about that story about that boy, tell your parents to take out a life insurance. It's not that you're going to kill them, it's just that they should leave you a ton load of money if they die. Too many people are dying, right? And then basically, and we're left with the stress of not having enough to bury them and to give them that wonderful send off. And all it takes is, tell your parents, is between £10 and £20. They can get a good sum of money for that. And if they haven't got life insurance, pressure them to get it for you. Okay. Now, another thing as well that I'm going to say that your parents need to do as well is to tell your parents that they should take out a credit card for you. Because see, if they take out a bank card and you're spending on a bank card, it's best they do a dual one, so your name goes on it. So what is happening there is that your credit rating, because remember, you won't have any credit rating when you leave school. You won't have any credit rating when you're not working. You understand? So you won't have any credit rating. But if your parents take out a credit card for you and they monitor it and they set up a direct debit to this credit card, they keep the credit card. And every time you want to buy something, right? Yeah, every time you want to buy something, then you buy it using the credit card and you pay it back within the 60 days. For one, you get a bit of time to pay back. And provided that you've got your direct debit set up, you won't miss a payment. So therefore, you won't be charged anything and you won't get some extortionate fees. And let me tell you something, that's going to mean you well. Understand? That's going to put you on the front foot from early. So credit card for children, and also make sure life insurance for parents. And let me tell you, one of my friends, we were there arguing for about at least 3 hours. I'm saying, please, I'm begging you, take out life insurance. No, I'm just building to go back to Jamaica. No, I can't be bothered. You know what? It's unfortunate. He had cancer, died. Luckily for him, he took out the life insurance. But I also said to him, okay, now I've got him to buy the life insurance. I said, no, let's go for critical illness cover. So therefore, if something really bad happened to him, he could then basically have a big chunk of money. And he had cancer and died, but at least his house was paid off. Now, my next step now is this, right? This young man I was telling you about. You see, unless you understand money, then money, you'll give me 100 million and I'll lose it in no time if you don't understand money. And this young man, his father died, left him over 250,000 pounds. And I was there talking to him because I just wanted to find, because for me, when I'm working with people, I just want to know a little bit about you and how I can actually have a positive impact on you as a person, rather than just taking the money and that's it. I genuinely care, because I see my life as a life where I can make a difference. God has given me the opportunity to be able to do this. Of course, it takes a lot of sacrifice for me to get where I'm at today, but you know what? I don't regret any of it. It's a really good journey. Now, what I'm saying though is, this young man, he was saying, "Oh, sir, I'm Ubering everywhere." He's on, Uber to there. He doesn't walk anymore. He's just Uber. And he was like, he's taking his friends out. We're going meals. And I'm like, I've spent, he said to me like 1 week alone, he spent £10,000. I'm like, you're having a laugh. And I start ripped into him. I'm like, listen, man, don't you dare go and spend what? Your dad has given you one of the best start in your entire life. And this is what you think you should repay him. That your dad could have been me, because I've got my life insurance. And if I die, do you really think I want my children to be doing that? It's a shame his dad didn't put the life insurance in such a way that he can't touch it unless he go to university. And you can't touch it unless he's actually done something. He's gonna, or put it in a trust or something like that. But you'll hear more about certain type of words from me as we go along. But I'm like, there's this thing: mother have, father have, blessed child that habit his own. But of course, the parents could give you, and that's a wonderful start. And of course, the start where he comes to me and I'm helping him there. But he didn't like the fact that I was saying, look, come on, you can't be squandering money on friends, because let me tell you, that money, if you done 10K in a week, you would probably complete 250,000 pounds, yeah, in probably 25 sorry, in 25 weeks. So I was saying, look, be careful. But anyway, thank you very much for listening, guys. And that's just to set the tone, to let you know that, look, nothing in life comes easy, and easy come, easy go. And if you're somebody who's keen to achieve and keen to learn, then you will achieve. Okay. Now, what we're looking at today is welcome to, and remember, guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to unmute, but you need to make sure that, right, if you're going to be saying something while we're going on, please make sure that you mute back yourself if you're not talking. Okay. But I'll allow you to speak as well. Yeah. Okay. Now, please feel free to ask questions. Remember, there are no wrong or stupid questions. Not in my book. Okay. So a little bit about me. I'm a property investor. I'm a stock and forex trader. I trade clients' accounts. I teach maths and science. I'm Ofsted registered. And that's another thing. If children comes to me at the center, like this trading course that I'm teaching, if I've got children who come to me, then basically you could get a big significant reduction of the fees. Yeah. So make sure you recognize that. For example, I've got children who come to me who I teach them maths. And if the fee is, say, £10, they only pay like £2. Yeah. So, because I'm Ofsted registered, and I did that Ofsted registration because I was like, I've had some parents like with 4 children, and I had to give them all the discount, because for me, education is key. And whatever positivity I can bring to a child's life or a parent's well-being, then I'll do my best. Okay, I did neurolinguistic programming because I've got so many young people who I support. I work with, I help them emotionally, spiritually, whatever way I can to get a positive mindset within them. I'm a stock and forex mentor. That's my website. I've got one for trading and one for education in maths, English, and science. And that's my Facebook link. But generally speaking, I'm somebody who I see my goal, my vision is to make a difference and to be that person who inspire next generation of young people to achieve. Yeah. Now, how should you view this course? Now, it is like an after-school event, such as a football, a chess club, etc. Creating a money mindset from an early age, right? Learning how to invest, learning how to make money, understand the importance of risk management. Remember, after I came to this country for 2 years, my starting salary in this country was 13,000, right? And the person who employed me said to me, he told me that my 13K was one of the highest in the school, and I shouldn't tell anybody because I started working as an unqualified teacher, whereas my friends in other schools were getting 21,000. And you know what happened? Even though I was earning 13,000, I bought a property after 2 years in this country. I bought a property and I deposited 50%. That property, I was able to save. I was earning right 14 or 13 plus. I was doing cleaning job. I was working. I was going wiping tables and even washing pots in the weekend. I was doing my tuition, but I said I'm going to buy a property. I need a property now. And of course, I didn't have to stay in the country, but I was buying a property, because that's what we call risk management, because at the end of the day, you know what? If they said, look, go back home, at least I know I tried something, you know, and I wasn't doing anything illegal. It wasn't illegal, but all I know I was gonna save towards this. I eventually sold that property and made a killing on it as well. So, it's all about investing and investing from early. And when I spoke to you about saving, let me tell you something. You can earn as much money as you want. Like for example, you see your mom or your dad, they're doing the gardening. You can say, Mom, Dad, can I do the gardening and you pay me? Or Mom, I notice the bathroom need cleaning. Mom, can I clean it? And you give me something. And if you do those sort of jobs, or your mom, like for example, my daughter, she'll mark sometimes she'll mark stuff for me. She'll help me to put data into the system, and I pay her and all of these sort of things. My daughter would record stuff for me, and and I give them something, and that's you starting to earn your money, because money can easily be earned without you doing anything dodgy at all. Yeah. Now, so learn and use rich people vocabulary. That's something that I was clueless. I used to watch those movies, but and I'm telling you, I was clueless. I hear them, oh well, yeah, the stock option and blah blah, and I'm like, what the hell? And no, I am watching those things. I'm like, oh well, okay, yeah, yeah. You won't be in the same position as me, as where I was when I didn't have a clue about these things. Okay. Now, also, opportunity to trade. Now, what I'm going to do is the top 2 traders from the group of students that I'm going to be teaching this year, I am going to fund 2 trading accounts, £2,500 each, and the profit we share. Okay, so the students who come in, I'm going to take £2,000 out of my account, put it into your account, into an account. You're then going to trade it. The profit we share, but you first have to demonstrate after 6 months that you can do it. Okay, so I can't wait. And of course, if I'm seeing that people are really doing very well, then because of course my ultimate goal is to become a hedge fund manager, and a hedge fund manager has got a team of people who works with him. And if I can get some youngsters, to come in and join with me and to help me to make money, then, that's what I want. And if I can get your brain from early, but ultimately though, everybody who sign up with this program, you've got to have a revision timetable that you use at home, because you're not going to be just sticking onto this and be every day looking at trading. You understand? You've got to also do your homework. You've got to be making sure that you're disciplined, because it's really important. In trading, discipline is one of the most important bits of it. Psychology and discipline is key to success. Now, if you haven't got no discipline and you're talking about you want to trade, you understand what's going to happen? Yeah. And you don't do your maths, you don't do your English, you don't do your science, and every day you just on trading, then you're going to ruin the whole process, and you're going to just make this doesn't work out for you. You understand? So you've got to make sure you get it right. All right. Now, I'm basically learn how to research about different companies. You're going to learn how to buy and sell stocks from any country. You're also going to be learning learn a new skill. You're going to basically learn, gain a residual income. Your parents might say, okay, I'm going to fund a £1,000 account, a £250 account, a £100 account, and you trade it. Let's see you get on. You might do very, very well at your parents. So you can know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you 500. I might give you a 10K account. So those are all the opportunities I've seen over the many years. Okay. You could decide that, you know what, I want to be a doctor, but while I'm a doctor, I go part-time as a doctor, and I trade part-time, and both income will supplement me, and I feel good. You could do it as a hobby. You could diversify your career. So apart from being a surgeon, you could also be a trader as well and make an additional income. And then next thing now, we look additional income at an early age, which is key. Okay. So those are the ultimate bits. Now, so what are some of the books to read? YouTube, yeah, to improve your psychology. You've got Rich Dad, Poor Dad for teens. You've got Think and Grow Rich for teens. You've got Laws of Success by Napoleon Hill. You've got The Disciplined Trader by Mark Douglas. You've got Jack Schreier, The New Market Wizard. You've got One Good Trade. You've got The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robson. And you've got The Millionaire Mindset. So these are some really lovely books. But the main one from, say, for example, Think and Grow Rich, this one, it's about Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. So anything that, you know, anything that I want, I just say it, believe it, put it into action, and it happens. As simple as. So whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. And also, Rich Dad Poor Dad, it's all about making sure that you think about how you can create wealth. Yeah. And not thinking that you've got to work for someone to create wealth. The law of success is similar to Think and Grow Rich. The disciplined trader is about psychology and so on. And Jack Schweizer is just how different type of trader trade. But for me, I love this one, the 5 Second Rule by Mel Robson, where basically, if you say, for example, and this, I use this strategy a lot with young people, where I say to them, look, okay, sir, I find it really difficult to get up out of my bed to come to school. And I say, okay, what you're going to do is you're going to do this for me. While you're in bed, you're going to do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just get up and just go and get ready for school. For example, you've got a piece of homework to do for my trading class, right? Okay, you do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just go and do it. That's simple as, okay, I would like to apply for student council, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start writing the application form. That's it. Just say 5, count down, and do it. That's all. That's all it takes, nothing else. Okay. So that's another book there that I would recommend. Now, let me tell you what this course is about. So the course commitment, you'll have weekly homework that requires 50 minutes of your time each after each tuition. But how the tuition work is like this. Yeah, you will be given, right? You'll be given the same work that we're doing the lesson is the same work you're going to get for homework, because now you're consolidating, now you're practicing. So that's what's going to happen. So it's not like you're going to be doing something different. Not like, you know, apart from there are a few times when we'll ask you to go away and do some research. But apart from that, it's going to only last you, I would say, 1 hour maximum of homework. And that's even longer than you spend on playing on the Xbox or your Snapchat or your PS4 and so on. Now it will last for 6 months. Okay, tuition 3 months. So what's gonna happen is I teach you for 3 months. We have lessons once a week on Fridays. You're gonna be working after the 3 months. You're gonna be trading on your own as a newly qualified trader. At the end of 6 months, I'll do a 1 hour review with you over your progress and on anything that you share, because ultimately this is about making sure that you're succeeding and that, you know, you're going to be doing well, you know. So next, where we know. So week 1, this is the course outline. You know, you don't have to worry about, but this is what the course outline looks like. Week 1, week 2, everything that you're going to be doing. Then week 4, week 5, week 6, you know, week 7, week 8. And then, so now we come on to know, what does the trade looks like? Now, all we're using here is an indicator. Now, this is it, you know, this is the strategy itself. You see this blue line, you see this this green line, and if they're above this line and it's above that line, then we're looking to buy. And we buy when we see these green dots pops up at this thing, you know, where you see this this brownish looking color here. You know, we're touch there, we're looking to buy at those regions. Okay, this is what it looks like. Now look again. If you notice here, because this was above and these are all blue, this is above, that's above, then we're just looking to buy. We just keep, we can just hold, buy again, sell up there, buy again, sell up there, buy again, sell up there, buy again, and so on. We can literally do that. Yeah. And once this line is above the 0, then we're looking to buy. That's all it is. That's all this strategy is about, right? Look again. Okay. Now this blue is above, right? This blue is above. This green is above. It's above what we call a 0 marker, 0 marker, 0 marker. Once it's above, right? Then, like, no, I bought this one today, put my stop loss there, put my take profit is going to be up there anyway. Now I bought this one and I'm up in profit already, you know? So, and it's as simple as that, you know, but I'm going to show you how to buy and sell in a minute. Okay. Next one again. Look, if if this line was below here, then I'll be looking to sell. Now, the fact, I'm not sure you can see this fade, little broken line here. You see, if it's above, no, this one is above, that one is above. We need these two to be above. When we get this first blue here, then we're looking to buy. I look at it, it's at the zone. I will buy, I will just let it run. I bought this one as well. I'm up nicely in profit. Okay. Right. Let's look at another one. Now, this one is a sell. Okay, now if this line is above this broken line here, there it is below. This one is now turned brown. So we're looking to sell. There is blue there, and we got it. Yeah, this is, well, we could have been selling from here. Could have been selling from there because this is below, that's below, and we get the red. So we're looking to sell, right? Okay, and then basically, then if we sell there, the market come down now, we won't be doing any buying whatsoever if this line is below zero. No buying whatsoever, you know, and that's as simple as. And all I'll be doing is showing you exactly when to buy, when to sell. Okay, here we go again. Look, here we go. This line there, we get this right there. We get what we call an engulfing candle, which I'll share more with you about. And then we look to sell. It's at this point on this region here. And we'll just look and we'll sell. And we'll look to take profit about there. That's where we're looking to take profit. Simple. Okay. Okay. So let me show you now. What we do here now, we do how to select our stock. So most of the stuff that I'm going to show you is more about the stock market, because the Forex market is a bit more challenging. But let me show you something here now. What you're going to do now, I'm going to show, because remember, guys, I'm just showing you a sort of a summary of the course itself. Okay. Now, this is what we've got. Now, if you notice here now, I have got, right, this is a stock screener. And all we do, we just look for different things. You get the link. We're looking at stocks from the UK, and we have a certain number of criteria. Okay. For example, the volume, we don't want stocks that doesn't have a lot of volume. Okay. And I bet you're going to know some of these stocks. Now, the minimum volume we're looking for is 1 million. We want 1 million volume. Okay. So 1 million. We also want stocks from the UK that has employ over 40,000 people. Okay. So which is 4K. Yeah. 40K. Yeah. So 40,000 people. And we use certain criteria. Now, once we select these criteria, now we've got 54. Stocks like Royal Dutch, AstraZeneca, you've heard about them. They basically, they've got the vaccine, they've got Rio Tinto, which is like a gas and oil company. We've got HSBC, which is a bank. We've got Total, which is like, oil. We've got GlaxoSmithKline there in the vaccine production as well. You've got BATS, British American, and BP and all of these. These are the big companies. We've got Vodafone and so on. We've got Barclays. So these are NatWest. These are the big stocks that we'll be buying. Okay. And then what we also do as well, we look at how we can actually find, information about them. Okay. Now, say, for example, I wanted to know about Barclays, right? So then, look at Barclays. Barclays has jumped up over 86%. I would go to profile. All of these links you'll get anyway. And then we go up to profile there. This tells, look at Barclays. Barclays net income, income. They made 263 billion, right? Barclays was incorporated from 1896. So we know Barclays is a company that's here to stay. Okay. Now, also, they have got over 80,000. So we said, okay, this is a good company. I can buy this company. I know they're not going to just go bust like Northern Rock. You might not have known or heard about Northern Rock, but that's a bank that went bankrupt and a lot of people lost money, but the government did fund back up to the first £50,000 of your funds. All right. So the next bit now we're looking at now is this. Okay. Now, let me show you now how simple it is to put trades on. Let's have a look. Now, this is Netflix. Now, yes, you can trade with currency pair, Marion. You can trade with currency pair. But let me show you something now. The market is open right now. The American market is probably one of the best market for you to trade, because when you get home from school, you can put your trades on, you can track your trades. And I wouldn't want to be in school looking at the UK market. Now, let me show how easy it is. This is Netflix, right? This is Netflix. I am going to buy Netflix now. Okay, this is Netflix here. I'm going to buy Netflix. Okay, no. This is on the demo, so they are not allowing me to trade Netflix. Okay, what company is this? This is Beidou. Let me see if I can find one that. Let me see if I can find one that. Let me see. Okay, no, they don't allow that one. Let's see. Okay, everybody must know Tesla. So this is Tesla, right? What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to show you how easy it is. Look, I am going to buy. Okay. Because this is a demo account, they're not allowing me to. Let me see if I can. Let me see. Okay. PayPal. Let me see PayPal if I can trade PayPal. Okay. Right, guys. I'm just gonna have to just show a different one, okay? Because for some reason it's not allowing me to buy this one. So let me see if I can buy Alibaba as well. Oh, okay. This company is stingy. They don't want people to be able to trade. But what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna have to get a different one. Okay. Let me buy GBP then. Why is it not letting me trade? Okay. Okay. Let me see now what's happening here now. Okay. Okay, guys, let me use a different platform. Okay, this one is taking a mic. I'm not sure why. Just give me 1 minute. Let me get a different platform and show you we're gonna place the trades. Yeah. Okay. Let me use a different one here. Let me see if we can find okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's find just give me 1 minute, guys. Let me just okay, just give me 1 minute, guys. Let me sort this out. What's gonna be like now, yeah? I've got Adobe, right? Okay, and on this one here now, I could literally you can either sell or you can buy. But let's look. I bought there. That's simple as yeah. So therefore, you could risk. That's this is how much profit. If the market goes up, then you're making £500. The market could go down and you could lose money. You understand? So that's how the system works. So the market goes up, yeah, and you could lose. You could, of course, you could make money. You could lose money as well. But then, if you manage your risk properly, then you're more likely to make money. For example, let's look at Alibaba now. Okay, so we've got Alibaba now, and look at how we can buy Alibaba now. Okay, so look, there's Alibaba there. I sold Alibaba there. Yeah, that's the reason why it's in profit of over £200 there. Okay, but what we could do, we could also buy Alibaba. There it is. We've bought Alibaba. Alibaba is a big Chinese company, and you put a stop loss there. Say we're risking £90, and for Alibaba to go back up to where it was to make £300. That's how you would do it. As simple as that. Look, if we want, we can either buy, we can sell, or we can buy. That's it. We can sell or buy. That's what the market's all about. Okay. Now, so okay. See where we know. Okay. Yeah. So that was how we went just now about doing the trades. Okay. It's as simple as that. Press, and once you get the trade, you take the trade. As simple as. Okay. Okay. Once you get the trade, then you take it. All right. So once you get the trade, then you take it. Okay. Now, so the next bit now we're looking at is for success. Now, you see, if you basically are looking for success, right, this is what you've got to do. There are some elements that I say to people, look, just follow these strategies and you're good to go. Okay. Follow these strategies and you're good to go. As simple as. Now, this is what I want now. Success is ultimate if you've got the knowledge, you've got the discipline, you've got the psychology, and you've got the money management. Those are the key ingredients for achieving trading success. If those things aren't sorted, then trading success will be very, very challenging. Okay, trading success will be very challenging. Now, do I think young people can do it? Yes, I know. I think young people can do it. Now, at the end of the course, once I've taught you everything, then we'll put it all together, right? And then basically, and this is like, you'll do a 1 hour with me on your own, basically, either on Zoom or you come to the center where I'm at, and we sit down for 1 hour and we create your own. You're going to create a trading plan, but we're going to sit down one-on-one and we're going to get it sorted, make sure we got all of our rules watertight, put in place, so you know exactly what you're doing, and you take the same risk that you're going to take over the 3 months that you're doing this on your own, and you can just have fun doing it. Okay, and basically learning while you're growing. Okay, so but everything has a cost. Okay, now this is how the cost is. Yeah, so how much will this course cost, right? And what will you get for signing up today? Now, basically, if you sign up before the end of May 2021 and pay in full, I will give you an additional 5% discount. Now, for a course like this, you're looking at, if an adult to get the information that you're looking at a minimum of £3,500 you were looking at. But, you're actually getting it for the cost that I probably charge for some tuition, but of course, as I said, parents will, if they're at the center, say, they would, you would get a massive discount if you pay through HMRC, like, because, as I said, I'm Ofsted registered. I will download the software to your computer for free, cost about £300. You'll have my support for the next 6 months. You will have 2 1-hour slots with me in person. You will have your weekly session for the next 3 months. Yeah. Now you will see my weekly live trades. You will get email support. You will be added to our WhatsApp Telegram group. So we'll create a group where we share ideas about the trades that we've taken, and we share ideas, and we take these trades. Now the typical costs, for the course is like, okay. So the typical cost for the course is basically 3,500. But young people, which as I said, I love helping and everything. It's if you want to secure your place, because I'm looking to have a maximum of 10 children, right, that I'm going to work with. Now, if your parents would like you to secure this place, then they would need to pay £50 today to secure that place. So therefore, when I do all the other sessions that I'm going to run over the next couple of weeks, anybody sign, then I won't be able to take anybody else on, because your place is secure. Okay. Now you've got different, so you can either pay in full. Okay. No problem, Angel. No problem, Angel. You can either pay in full, or you could basically, right, you can pay in installments. Okay. Angel, what I've done, I've recorded the video, so I recorded the lesson, so basically you'll be able to see it. Okay, and I will upload it when I'm finished. And
okay,
also,
thank you.
You're welcome. And it's or if you were to pay per lesson, so you pay as you go, that's £60 if you're going to be paying as you go. All right. And no, sorry, if you're doing it in 3 installment, and if you're doing it weekly, on a weekly basis, it's £75, but it's up to you. But also there's a £10 fee as well if you don't do your homework. So so it's I can't, people have to pay me to waste my time, because when I'm teaching people, I want commitment. I want people are going to take my thing seriously, because it's all about creating young people with positive mindset who are going to be able to earn an extra income, and these trading business won't be something that what, I've always heard about that, and always wanted to know how to. No, it won't be like that. It's going to be, I'm a trader. I buy, sometimes I buy Barclays, when they're at a good price. I sold Barclays last week. I made a killing off it. That's a conversation that I would love the younger generation coming up to be able to have. I made £1,000 last month. I made £5,000 last month. That's the sort of mindset that's the sort, you know, I'm a doctor as well, but you know, I've got some spare cash. I drop it on this because I know the strategy. I know how to do it, you know. So what I need now is for parents then to put in the to put our students put in the private chat before we move on, right? Any questions though? Any questions before we go? Any questions at all before we go? So any questions at all, guys? Anything that you would like to know? Know that I've actually put, let me see, we need to get back to that page. Know that you've heard all the information there about what you'll be doing. Any questions? You can either type them in the private chat or you could send them through, or you could ask them. It's up to you. Okay, what's a stop loss? No, a stop loss is where you would put your stop just in, so you want to risk, say you've got a small size account, right? And you want to risk, say, only 20 pounds or even 10 pounds, then you'd put your stop loss down. So therefore you only risk that amount. Okay. So if you look at that, right? So here now, say I only wanted to risk, say, I would then say I did this and I put a buy there, right? And I pull this down. So there it's 3 pounds I'm risking 8 pounds, I'm risking 10 pounds, I'm risking 12 pounds, 13 pounds, 15 pounds. If you look to the left, you'll be able, if you look right where you see my mouse there. So basically if the market comes down to this point, then I'm going to lose 20 pounds. Okay. But if this, which is Alibaba, if the market goes up to where it was before, then I'm going to gain 97 pounds. So I could be risking 20 pounds to make 97 pounds. And you do that a few times, then you're good to go. Okay. And that's what's meant by stop loss. Okay.